A train ticket cannot override European regulation, and the question isn't whether someone has a train ticket or not, it's whether they have documents allowing them to cross the border. Peter Szijjarto reacted to Angela Merkel's statement criticizing Hungary. Among other things, the Chancellor said that Viktor Orbán took migrants' train tickets and didn't allow trains to leave. By September 2015, several thousand migrants had gathered before Keleti train station. They all wanted to go to Germany and said Angela Merkel was expecting them. According to EU laws, they should have registered first, but were unwilling to.
We want to go to Germany, chanted migrants in front of Keleti railway station at the end of August in 2015. By then, the number of migrants waiting in the capital grew to several thousand. They wanted to go to Western Europe without official documents, but under the Schengen rules, Hungarian authorities could only allow people who proved their identity cross the border. Demonstrations began right after the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, had alluded to several times and then stated that Germany would accept anyone who needs it. I want to say once again, especially with regard to the earlier events, that everybody deserves humane and dignified treatment. This is part of the German self-image, said the German Chancellor. Shortly afterwards, thousands of immigrants stormed the trains leaving to the west. The situation was so serious that Hungarian authorities had to suspend international train service for days. Meanwhile, the Austrian and German governments agreed that both countries would open their borders to the migrants. Everybody is allowed to cross the Hungarian border and is given a chance to submit their asylum applications, said the Austrian Interior Minister then. Since then, German and Austrian politicians have regularly remembered that they had considered this event as a one-off incident, but as Angela Merkel did not go back on her invitation, the flow of migrants remained. The pressure on Hungary only decreased after the border closure came into force on the 15th of September. At the German Chancellor's debate on Sunday, Angela Merkel said she still considers it right that they let hundreds of thousands of migrants enter Germany in 2015. She then believed that Viktor Orbán did not want to do anything with the immigrants. According to the Chancellor, the Hungarian Prime Minister took the migrants' tickets in Budapest and didn't allow the trains to leave. According to the Hungarian Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade, a train ticket cannot overrule European law, and it isn't a question of whether someone has a train ticket or not, but instead if they have a valid document to cross the border. Peter Szijjarto recalled in 2015, at the peak of the crisis, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán instructed the ministers that Schengen legislation should be respected under all circumstances. He made it clear that under the Schengen rules, no one could leave the country towards the west unless they have a valid document of authorization. We simply could not let tens of thousands of illegal migrants flow freely into Germany and Austria. It was also clear that the only exception could be the German or the Austrian Chancellor taking the opposite position, he said. Peter Szijjarto added, the question of why Austrian and German governments opened their borders to the illegal immigrants is the leadership's internal affair.